Typoman remastered mode, in terms of its aesthetics, give off a very limbo-esque vibe, which hopefully should already have you excited for it. This is a critically acclaimed and unique puzzle platformer, taking advantage of the English language to create a tense mood, vicious monsters, intriguing puzzles, and an overall wonderful experience. The remastered version adds better visuals, better audio, a narrator, and a new int system the devs seem very proud of and feel will be very useful for non-native English speakers. My one advice though is stick to touch controls, as controller support doesn't seem fully baked in yet. Built in a similar vein to games like Meteor Fall and Slay the Spire, Dicey Dungeons is a well-built deck-building dungeon crawler with 6 unique playable characters battling through various chapters with the end game of defeating Lady Luck. You slowly and steadily build up your deck, level up your heroes, and with a bit of luck and carefully thought out tactical planning, you'll beat the game. Dicey Dungeons on mobile also seems to include all the game's DLC content, so this should be the complete package for fans and mobile gamers looking to pick it up. Incoherence is a point-and-click adventure game where you take the role of a man trying to figure out where he is and how he got there. This is basically an escape room style game with lots and lots of puzzles thrown into it. The reaction from the review section seems to be most of the puzzles are well done and challenging, but there's also a hint system built into the game if you get stuck. Overall, if puzzle is your jam, Incoherence is a fine tune. The Dadish series are some of the more popular and well received platformers on mobile, and Dadish 3 seems to continue that trend as a solidly built game made by a single dev. You play as a radish dad in this vegetable themed world trying to save his radish children from evil junk foods. Dadish 3 has got a lot of meta jokes, 50 levels to play through, multiple boss battles, hidden collectibles, and a catchy soundtrack to keep you engaged and entertained. Charlie in Underworld is a sequel to Underworld Office and is a text-based visual novel, and I mean like Facebook message type texting, with a deep story that can get really dark. A beautifully animated cartoony art style it switches between to add more life to its story, characters, and world beyond just the imagination you'd get from reading text only. The game also has multiple endings, so you have to be careful with your decision making. Plus, it also leaves room for multiple playthroughs. Westurn is another deck building roguelite on this list, built on a similar framework to the other games on here, but it stands out with its artwork that looks like it will fit perfectly in a Cartoon Network program. Add in sci-fi elements, you definitely won't be mistaking it for other roguelites based on looks. It also has multiplayer PvP, which adds an interesting mix to its gameplay loop, and it plays in portrait mode too. Timewreck Tales is yet another deck builder, but again this one tries to differentiate itself by adding in RPG elements, dialogue choices, a mix of missions, and a story to follow. Arida Backland's Awakening is kind of like Netflix's This Is a True Story, but with a 3D world and graphics. Arida is another tale of what it takes for people and communities to survive in water-barren environments. It's also a short game, but it has light survival game elements and crafting mixed in to at least add some realistic tension in its short length. And there are some honorable mentions. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Tied out.